And hello there. I'm early today. It is Friday and it is time for our regular Lunch and Learn with me, Dr. Polly Heil-Mealey at Abundant Health and Wellness, 323 East Main Street, downtown Humble. And that is at the corner of Main Street and Avenue C. So I'm going to give it just a moment, let people populate so you can see who's there. Hey, Julia, I see you. I don't always get to see everybody that populates, but today we're going to be talking about CBD oil. And I posted on the page a brand new, hi Linda, a brand new article written about CBD oil, and it is a commendation on the people that make the brand that we use. So our commitment to our clients and patients is that we provide you the best product that we can. And so it's really good when we have third-party verification that the products that we do provide for you are really, really good. So there's just a lot of things out there about CBD. And I need you to know some things so that if you are going to do CBD oil, that you do the absolute best one that you can do. So there is a lot of hype out there with cannabis. Now, cannabis is the name of the plant. The drug that we need to be looking at is marijuana. Marijuana is illegal in most states, although I do believe that state by state it will become legal. And I've got mixed emotions about this. I think I am for medical marijuana for pain relief for cancer patients and epileptics and that kind of thing. I'm not a fan of recreational use, and the reason I'm not a fan of recreational use is because the pictures of the lungs of people who smoke marijuana for recreational use, their lungs are just ruined. And so I'm not so sure that I'm a fan of that, but I digress. The cannabis plant is what we're talking about. And so you get marijuana from the cannabis plant. You also get hemp oil from the cannabis plant. You also get CBD oil from the cannabis plant. So there are various different plants. Some plants have more THC than others. Now, THC is the compound that is in marijuana. It is the compound that relaxes you and it makes you, well, what marijuana does. I've never done it, so I don't know what it does to you. But I haven't done it because it's illegal in my state. I may have tried it if it was not illegal, but I'm kind of a by-the-book girl, and so I don't know what to tell you about it. But the THC is the compound that is in medical marijuana, and those particular plants are bred to have the most THC because of the pain-relieving qualities. What we're looking at is a different cannabis plant that has very little THC, but it has a lot of CBD. Now, you could easily be confused by thinking that everything from the marijuana plant is an illegal drug, and that's just not so. So I'm going to try and give you some information on this so that you can make an educated choice, okay? So CBD stands for cannabidiol, and that is the oil that has the relaxing properties. It's got a lot of good properties, and we're going to talk about that. But we want to pick a good one. We want to pick one that is grown on a medically sound field so that you're not getting herbicides and pesticides and that kind of thing, okay? So we want to talk to you about CBD. So I'm going to give you some information. So there is a central nervous system. You guys know that. There is the sympathetic nervous system, and then there's the automatic nervous system, okay? So, no, sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic, parasympathetic. It all is automatic. Your body does it. Your body just knows what to do. Well, there's a different nervous system, and it is called the endocannabinoid system, okay? And so I want to talk to you about that because this is the system that the CBD oil will affect. We all have an endocannabinoid system, but it's only recently in the 1980s or 1990s is when it was discovered. So it's a relatively new field. To be honest with you, there are not a lot of studies. There's not a lot of peer-reviewed studies that talk about CBD oil. So it's really a new thing. Now, what I want you to understand is there is a lot of multi-level marketing people that are selling CBD, and they're having these parties and they're making all kind of claims. And what you are getting is hemp seed oil, not CBD oil, even though they call it that, and they legally can call it that, but it's not got what you are wanting if you're wanting a CBD. So let me go back to the endocannabinoid system and lay a foundation so you guys can hook up here, okay? So the endocannabinoid system is made up of the cannabinoid receptors in the brain and throughout the central and peripheral nervous system. It is responsible for the maintenance of the metabolic equilibrium. So if you have weight issues, your metabolic equilibrium is out of whack, and the endocannabinoid system helps keep that on track. It is involved with the complex processes that can lead to, if you're out of balance, anxiety, panic, appetite, pain, immunity, memory, and mood. So your endocannabinoid system deals with all these different aspects of your personality and aspects of your physiological self, or whatever in the body. So this is really important. The endocannabinoid system is intimately involved in anxiety, the immune issues, seizures, Alzheimer's, Huntington's disease, multiple sclerosis, pain, nausea, vomiting, and arthritis and cancer. So there are a lot of good reasons to be looking at CBD oil. Now, as I said, there is CBD oil and there is hemp oil. Hemp oil comes from the hemp seeds. Now, the cannabis plant is a hemp plant, okay? We have a protein powder that is made from the hemp seeds. There's no THC, there's no CBD in the hemp seed oil or in the hemp seed products, which is where you're going to get your protein powder. If you're a vegetarian and you want protein powder, that's what you're going to get. So the CBD oil is produced from the aerial part of the plant, the leaves of the plant. The hemp seed products are, as you can probably guess, made from the seeds of the plant. So neither the aerial parts or the seed part have any THC in that. So you want to just be aware of that. Marijuana is not legal in all 50 states, but hemp oil is legal in all 50 states. CBD oil is legal in all 50 states. So don't have the mindset that because it comes from the cannabis plant, it's the devil's weed. Don't go there, because there's some really good reasons to use both hemp and CBD. So I'm going to kind of give you some information on that. So hemp oil. Hemp oil comes from the seed of the cannabis sativa plant. It is cold pressed to release the oil. It is tested for THC, but it is not tested for CBD. The cannabis sativa plant is also the plant whose fibers can be used for blankets, rope, and paper. Most CBD oils are 97% hemp seed oil. So when you're buying these things at Walmart or your multi-level marketers and that kind of thing, you're mainly getting hemp seed oil. You're not going to get the CBD, even though they label it that way. You're just not getting that. So there are a lot of nutritional benefits from the hemp oil. It is good for antioxidants. It's got your omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. It's got your vitamin E, your vitamin B1, and your vitamin B2. It also has potassium and magnesium. So it's a very good product that is nutritionally sound. To the extent that it's good nutrition, it may help with some conditions, but it's not going to be powerful enough to work with tremors and anxiety and insomnia and that kind of thing, which is why you need the CBD oil, okay? So hemp oil is good. It's a good nutrient. It's got good vitamins, and it's got good uses. They put it in shampoos. They put it in skin moisturizers. It helps to lower cholesterol, and it helps give you younger looking skin. So hemp oil is not to be laughed at. It's not to be shunned, but it's not going to do for you what CBD oil will do for you. Now, the CBD oil has cannabidioids of a much greater percent than 3%, okay? It comes, we've got a good brand here, is called the CV Services, okay? And it's non-GMO, it's grown in a very clean field, and it is the aerial part of the plant, and it does contain 3 milligrams of CBD per 15 drops on this one. So there's different dosages. So what we do have does have CBD oil in it. You can look at the article that I posted today, and you can see that it is scientifically sound. We're not saying that it's one thing and it's something else. It's made from the aerial parts of the plant, not the seed part of the plant. And that's the main thing to take away on that. So it has concentrated levels of CBD, and it is extracted through a carbon dioxide process, so there's no chemical process there, and it will contain trace elements of THC. Now, when they did the scientific testing, you would have to ingest over 7,000 milligrams per day to come up positive on a drug test. Nobody's going to do that, okay? You're just not going to do that. So it's very safe. And you don't need to be worried about a drug test unless you're just hyper sensitive, which can't help you on that, okay? But in order for you to test positive on THC, you would have to do 7,000 milligrams a day, which nobody's going to do that. So this is clinical and preclinical evidence on what CBD oil will do for you. It is good for anti-seizures. So if you are epileptic, if you have a seizure disorder, it's very good for you, and it helps with that. It will either eliminate or decrease the frequency and or severity of the seizure. Okay, it has neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory properties. So this is something that you can take for Alzheimer's, stroke, glutamate toxicity. Glutamate toxicity is what you would have if you had a closed head injury, okay? Multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, neurodegenerative diseases caused by alcohol excess. So the CBD oil is very good for those kind of things. It's also good for pain relief, okay? It has a lot of effectiveness in peripheral neuropathic pain. Okay, so that would be your neuropathy. So if you're diabetic and you've got chronic fatigue syndrome, or you've got fibromyalgia, you're going to have this peripheral neuropathy. It's very good for that. Let me just kind of digress from my notes a minute. So you're not going to see this as sample size. It comes in, I think it's a 1.5 ounce. It is expensive. I think it's like $50 for 1.5 ounce, but this is like magic. It smells good. It's got a little bit of a peppermint in there, and I would let you do smell or vision, but you can't do that. This is a sample I keep in my office. You can put this on any place on your body that has pain, and your pain will be relieved within 5 minutes. It is excellent. So if you have fibromyalgia, if you've got rheumatoid arthritis, anything like that, this is amazing for pain, and it's by the same people. It says it's extra strength. It doesn't tell me, no, nothing on the inside of the label. It doesn't tell me anything else about how many milligrams or that kind of thing. It lasts a long time, and it's very, very good for muscle pain, nerve pain, and that kind of thing. Okay. It also has anti-tumor effects, right? So it has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, so it's going to help with tumors. It's got antipsychotic effects. So the literature says that it may mitigate the psychotic effects caused by people who smoke marijuana too much, okay? So you know that people that use recreational marijuana, you know, they do a lot of it. They can get a little irritated, and they're not so nice when they're not, you know, stoned or whatever. And so the CBD oil helps to mitigate that. So if you have somebody in your life that smokes a lot of pot and they're agitated when they don't have it, the CBD oil will calm that down. Okay. It also is effective for treating substance abuse, right? It reduces the rewarding effects of morphine, and it reduces cue-induced heroin seeking. So what that means is if you've got people that self-medicate with opioids or whatever, it stops that brain trigger that says, yeah, this is a good thing. So it's really good for that. So if you have anybody with substance abuse problems, this is good. It's also anti-anxiety. This is what most of our people come for. They want the anti-anxiety. Now, we have patients that have tremors that we have them on this, and they're doing beautifully. We have people that want just the sleep effects and the insomnia to be taken care of, and so we've got products for that. So I'm going to talk to you about the different products in a moment. All right? But most people like it for the anti-anxiety effects. So it does really good work on stress reduction. It reduces behavioral and physiological measures of stress and anxiety. So what does that mean? Panic disorder, OCD, social phobia. If you're one of those people that, you know, you have a hard time doing network meetings, or you have a hard time walking into that Christmas party when you don't know people, then this is something that would help you. It's good for general anxiety disorder, okay? And it's also good for mild to moderate depression. Now, like I said, we use the CV Sciences brand, and we've got a lot of different products, but I only have 4 in stock to show you today. So I'm going to talk about the different benefits of these and the different forms that they come in. Now, you're going to notice that we've got a green label and we've got a yellow label. There's also a brown label. Now, the brown label is the hemp seed portion. Okay, it is the one that you're going to take just for the nutritional benefit, just for the antioxidants, the vitamins, the omegas. You're going to take the brown label. It is like a vitamin. It is a total nutrient. It's not going to do anything for your anxiety or anything like that. This is a green label. Now, the green label has a lot of plant phenols in it. All right, so it is more of the whole plant, not the CBD part, although this does have CBD in it. Now, this spray is extra strength. We've got a 1 milligram spray. This is a 3 milligram, and you might think, well, 3 milligrams isn't all that much. Well, no, it's not. So dosage is kind of crazy. Dosage is 25 milligrams per 100 pound of body weight. That's kind of how we start. I have, and I didn't pull this out, let me just reach down here and get this little chart so I can show you. They've got a dosing chart. We have a dosing chart. Can I put my hand on it? Did it fall out of my book? Yeah, here we go. Dosing chart. Okay, we've got a dosing chart here. And it says if improvement is not seen on the initial trial of therapy, right, then you can move forward. So they've got day 1 through 14. They start with 2 sprays and they work up to 24 sprays by day 14. So one thing that you need to know about this, it's not always if less is good, more is better. It's not like that. CBD is biphasic. All right, now that means if you're taking like this one, the Pro, okay, this is the one that I take, the Pro blend. I take it for insomnia. If I'm taking it for insomnia and I take too much of it, what is it going to make happen? It's going to make me not be able to sleep. So biphasic means at the right dose, you conquer your issue. At too high of a dose, you have the issue and it's even worse, right? So we want to understand what biphasic means. So if you're taking this is for anxiety. If you're taking this and you're taking way too much, you're going to be more anxious. So you want to start out with a low dose to see what dose works for you, and then you can maintain at that dose. So I hope that makes sense. So we've got the different levels. We've got the different delivery systems. This is a spray. It's a real creamy spray. I've had a spray that, the pump just wouldn't work. You've got to take it out. You've got to run hot water through it because it's really thick. But you spray it under your tongue. And I find that 5 sprays just isn't enough for me. I need to do a little bit more, but we tell you to start out with 5 sprays and see where you are. So if 2 sprays is 5 milligrams, 2 sprays is 3 milligrams, which is what it says it is, then you're going to have to multiply and figure out what you need. We don't want you to go any higher than 25 milligrams per 100 pound of body weight unless you're seeing a doctor, okay? You don't want to do that. So this is a spray. We use this for anxiety. It's easy. It fits in your purse. We've got it in the 1 ounce. We've got it in the 2 ounce. We've got 1 milligram. We've got 3 milligrams. I think you can get stronger milligrams or higher milligrams, but then the price goes up and it's quite pricey. Now, why is it pricey? Because this is grown in a clean field in the Netherlands, okay? So we don't grow it here in the United States. Why is that? Because all over in the United States, we've got chemtrails. We've got crop dusters, we've got planes putting out whatever they're putting out, and we don't want that to be on the plants that you're going to use for anxiety or tremors or whatever you're going to use it for. So this comes from the Netherlands. It's processed in a very clean facility here in the United States. I think, if I remember what they told me, okay, and I may or may not, if I remember what they told me, it's done in conjunction with the University of Kentucky, okay? So that's important. It's got a state-of-the-art laboratory, and we've got full traceability. That means we can trace it from the time it's harvested in Amsterdam all the way to how it comes here and then gets bottled and processed, and then how it goes to the consumer. So that's really important. Nothing else is a problem with that. So this one, anxiety. The gold label, we've got 2 different gold labels. We've got the plus label and we've got the pro label. The plus label is more of liquidy. The pro label is more creamy. Okay, I say it tastes like butter because if you would take butter and it would just get hot and it would melt and it would be kind of that semi-solid, semi-liquid, well, that's what the pro formula is. Now, this one is a 6 milligram. We've got it in the 3 milligram, we've got it in the 6, and we also can get it in the 12. Now, the higher the milligram, the pricier it gets, right? So I'm just going to throw that out there. This is a 1 ounce bottle, and it is the pro, so it is the strongest. It is $60 for 1 ounce. Okay, it's expensive, but oh my goodness, does it work? It is just amazing. Okay, so 15 drops, which is half a dropper or a quarter of a dropper, will give you your 6 milligrams. The plus, okay, not as expensive. 1 ounce is only $41. And it is a 3 milligram. So you've got the differences in the strengths and that kind of thing. So what we want to do is find out what strength is good for you. And we can do it through muscle response testing. We can do it through the EAV testing. We can do just a lot of things. The plus and I guess it's just the plus, comes in a gel cap, a 15 milligram gel cap. And so the way you do this is you put it in the back of your jaw and you bite down on it and you let that oil just trickle down your throat. Kind of makes me a little kind of tingly because it's this creamy stuff that's going down your throat, and you want to take some water and you want to dilute it because it's kind of a funny feeling. But you don't want to do that because you don't want to dilute it. Now, are you going to have any kind of psychoactive? No, you're not. What you're going to see is if you have tremors, the tremors are going to stop. If you have insomnia, you're going to sleep well. If you have anxiety, then you're going to see that that anxiety just kind of dissipates, and that's the good thing about it because that's what you want. It's not going to show up on a drug test unless you do more than 7,000 milligrams per day, and you're not going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. Is it legal? It's absolutely legal. This girl would not be doing anything that's illegal. I would not. My license depends on it. My integrity depends on it. And I have used all of these. I took this to a network meeting yesterday, and we all had samples, and probably wasn't enough to do anything because it was one dose, but you know, it tastes good. It comes in vanilla flavor and it comes in peppermint flavor. I like the unflavored because, like I say, the unflavored just tastes like butter to me, and so that's what I like. The CBD balm comes in a peppermint flavor. Now, we can get, if you need this, okay, these things we have in the shop all the time. If you need stronger milligrams, so like we have people that do the 65 milligram dose, and that's expensive. I mean, it's almost a $200. It's a tube, it's a paste, it doesn't taste very nice, but some people need that, and we will special order that for you. We don't keep it here in the clinic because most people don't want to pay that much money. It also comes in a vape, and so if you are a vape person, not that I think that's a good idea. The statistics come out and say that vaping is very hard on your lungs. The e-cigarettes are not healthy. So I know it depends on what you put in there. Our vape is very, very clean. Hopefully it's not going to hurt you, but we do have that as well. And they've just come out with gummies. And so we'll be getting those in as soon as they're available. So I was asked a question yesterday, what about kids with ADD, ADHD? Can they do the gummies? Well, that is certainly a possibility. I don't have any experience with that, so because I haven't gotten them in yet, but that might be something that you might want to think about. Certainly it's an easier delivery system. And again, CBD oil is legal in all 50 states. You want to make sure that what you are buying is from the aerial part of the plant, not the seed part of the plant. Okay, that's the main thing. And please don't do multi-level marketing because what you're getting is a very inferior product. Why is that? Because they have to pay God and everybody down on the downline. So the product has to be cheap enough for you to buy, but still have enough profit built in so that you're going to be able to pay God and everybody. So something to think about. I'm in the main against multi-level marketing. However, there are some good companies that we do support that are multi-level marketing. We don't try and build up a downline, but we do offer those products on our website so that if you want to take advantage of wholesale pricing, you can certainly do that. So, and just full disclosure, in the main, I am against multi-level marketing. However, there are some really, really good products that we have on our website. Pure Herbs is a multi-level marketing. It's not on the website because they're just not tech savvy, but we've got that option if you like that. Nature Sunshine is a great maintenance. We've got Genesis Pure as well, which I absolutely love them. I take their products every day, from their vitamin to their liquid cleanse to their Goyen to whatever. I take those every day. So, you know, I wouldn't take them if they weren't top quality products. And then also the Bear oils. We have those also for you to take advantage of. So this is not multi-level. You can call the office. We can mail it to you. The only thing I would say is if you are on a product that you are buying multi-level marketing, or you're on a product that is not safely sourced, you've got your chemtrails, your herbicides, your pesticides, and that kind of thing. If you have a product that is working for you and you want to switch out for a better product, just call the office, tell us what brand you're on, tell us what delivery system. Is it a capsule, a gel cap, a spray, a dropper? Let us know what you're on and what milligram you're on, and we'll match you, and hopefully we'll get the right product out to you. So you definitely can call in for this. We definitely can mail this to you. It's legal in all 50 states. Hopefully, I have demystified CBD oil. It is a great product. I use it all the time. I use it mainly for insomnia, and I use it for pain, muscle pain, and that kind of thing. So it's great. It's really safe. I know a lot of people have been asking about it, so we're trying to bring some light, some really good sound light on this, and dispel some of the myths. So I hope you've learned something. If you haven't, if I haven't answered your questions and you still need some more information, just let me know in the comment box, and we'll move forward and I'll answer those questions. So you guys have a great weekend, and I love you very much, and I will see you next week for our next Lunch and Learn. Take care. Love you. Bye.